Hey guys, Tubbi of the Nerdy Bird side here, and I'm sitting with local artist Legend Made here in Baton Rouge. He's had a very productive 2017. He's been working hard this summer with a new drop for a new EP called Trap Legend. He has a lot of venues right now that he's booked to perform coming into the end of 2017 and the beginning of 2018. Would you like to tell everybody a little bit about yourself and a little bit about the new Trap Legend project that you've been working on and pushing so hard?
Of course. Well, like she said, I'm Legend Made. You know, I've been out here in Baton Rouge for a number of years now. I'm originally from New Orleans, so if you hear the accent, that's where it come from. But yeah, Trap Legend is a project full of singles. It wasn't necessarily intended to be a project. My engineer put it together and was like, here's your next album. And when I listened to it, it all flew together really well. So we started off pushing the Biggie Small songs. I dropped that, and I think on 420 this year. And since then, it's kind of garnered a lot of attention. I've had a lot of DJs and a bunch of different artists come at me with collaborations and stuff. So everything is kind of moving in the right direction right now.
Nice. Now, I know that this particular project, it is rated on the Nerdy Bird site. We were able to do the review on it, as well as coming out to the event that you hosted for your release party, which was really dope. So you guys make sure you tune in with the Nerdy Bird site for that. But I know that you have a lot of features on this particular project. And I'm one of them. Make sure you guys go and check that out. But I know that you have features from Presley. Mm-hmm. You have a feature from producer Doja Burner. Mm-hmm. Am I missing anybody?
Adam Dollars.
Yes, and Mr. Adam Dollars here in Baton Rouge. So what was the inspiration? I know that we said that this was a project full of singles, so it wasn't something that you actually went into the studio and sat down to format. But when you started writing, what was the creative inspiration behind these tracks that ended up being the new project?
A lot of the concepts that I was thinking of was, I had a viral concept in mind. Mm-hmm. Okay, I wanted to come up with some songs that was gonna be catchy, and I wanted to make sure that the title of the song was something that would be easily found. So a lot of titles that I choose for my songs, like Biggie Smalls, Stone Cold Steve Austin. I got another track that I named Promethazine. Like, I name songs in order for it to be easier to be found, if that makes sense.
Right.
I try to make real but catchy music at the same time. So, you know, I won't say that the stuff that I'm talking about is things that I'm dabbling in right now, but at some point in life, I've done everything that I talk about.
Nice. Now, with that reality and knowing that it may not be something that you live now, but it's something that you've experienced, where is the healthy line drawn in your music and your artistry so far as being a role model? What do you want people to be able to take from your music in regards to being able to relate to it?
Well, I kind of have a platform it's a couple of people platforms that I paid attention to. Mm-hmm. Who I were trying to emulate, if that's the right way of saying it.
Okay.
I paid attention to how Lupe Fiasco came into the game, and the way two people that are more relevant right now, Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole.
Okay.
I feel like they follow Lupe plan. Pretty much, you come out giving people kind of what they want to hear initially to draw them in. And then once you draw them in and you have the audience ear, then you can kind of give them the things that they want to hear. Yeah, so I kind of try to play it the same way. You know, I could be a conscious artist, but I know that might not necessarily be the side of my life that people want to hear right now.
Right.
Right now, people are more into hearing about the street and the ignorant stuff, and you know, I did that too. So why not give them what they want to hear initially? And then as time go on, I can start to ease them into the other aspects of my life.
Okay. Well, with knowing that trap or more gangster rap is something that you easily relate to or easily are able to relay to your audiences, do you think that transformation into more conscious rap, more lyrically inclined storytelling, do you feel like that'd be a harder transformation for you? Is it something that's embedded in your artistry already?
I don't think it'll be hard, because if you go and look at my interviews, or if you pay attention to any time that people ask me my opinion, you could tell that I'm a conscious person. the answers that I give, the way that I answer questions, the way that I look at things. I know that the music that I make might not necessarily be the most positive, but it's still real. I still try to give both sides of it too. I'm not trying to make it all glamorous. You know, I done been shot, all kind of stuff. It's not just glamorous living that kind of lifestyle. It's a lot that come behind it. And you gotta be solid enough to be able to maintain through all that and come out on the other side. Like, it's a lot of stuff that I've been through. It's a lot in my life that I don't really give y'all yet. But as time go on, I'm gonna start getting into more of it. Right now, I'm kinda having fun with it.
Right.
I'm kinda having fun with my music, with the stuff that I'm making. I'm enjoying doing it right now. So that's kinda why my music is coming out the way it is. But as time go on, as I start getting a little more serious, you're gonna start getting a little bit more in depth of what I'm really all about.
Okay. Now, with that platform, and we've seen it be a successful platform, does it bother you at all in the aspects of fear? Do you feel like once you've gained a certain listening audience and you've maintained for so long, and you do start giving them more conscious music and more self-expressive, relatively opinionated music, do you feel like that'll be harmful to your audience base, or do you think it would be more of an elevation factor where perspective is concerned?
I definitely don't think it'll be harmful. I think it'll be more of an elevation, because for me, I feel like I'm getting my fans on a more genuine level. Like, they gonna have to like me to be a fan of me. So if you like what I'm doing, it doesn't matter what I do.
Right.
You already into what it is that I'm giving you. So if that's how I'm doing it, and I'm trying to draw or grow it that way, like organically, where people understand who I am, and not necessarily just trying to do it this viral way where it's getting blasted on all these different sites and stuff. I want people to understand who I am, and not just to see it and think what they want to.
So I know that you have a lot of new performances coming up in different areas. You want to tell everybody where they'll be able to find you or come out to your shows?
Okay, cool. Well, on the 22nd of this month, I got a show out in Faraday. You know, Spit of Bad News supposed to be headlining. It's Lil K show. You know, shout out to Lil K and Kevin from Fashion Stop. You know, I appreciate the love that y'all been giving me. That's a big ups to y'all. You heard me. When he actually asked me about doing the show, I had no idea what Faraday was.
Really small area.
Right. I had never even heard of Faraday before. But, you know, I'm going to come out there. I'm going to show love. Y'all showed me love, and I'm going to come rock that out for y'all. I also, I'm doing a bando this month.
That's nice.
Shout out to Bando Pat and all them guys over there that be at the Spanish Moon and everything. You know, they like to turn up a lot over there. So I'm gonna make sure I go in there and give them something that's gonna have a nice and bouncing off the walls and that.
Okay.
But yeah, so you know, I have those 2 shows coming up. I'm also looking into expanding my market into out of the state. I have a few connections out in Dallas, a few connections out in Atlanta, in Vegas, LA, like different, like pretty much, I guess you could say, big places.
Okay.
And I've been in touch with them a lot, trying to set up some venues or what have you, where I could go out there and do my thing too in these other places, because they all need to know what's going on with the trap legend here.
Nice. So knowing that you have shows coming up, knowing that you are looking to start doing some touring and getting out of the state and letting your music reach other audiences, where is Trap Legend going from here? There's a little rumor going on that you're actually working on some new exclusive drops that'll be coming up very soon in the 2018 brink. But is there anything you kind of want to give the audience right now so they can be looking forward to that, or is this just all exclusive, under-wrapped information?
Well, I could tell you this. Biggie Smalls' video is coming soon.
Okay.
It's being edited right now. Shout out to Player Pizzle. You know, he shot it and edited it for me. You know, just waiting on him to give me the word that it's ready. But also, I think I'm gonna do a Biggie Smalls remix.
Oh yeah?
Since, you know, I've noticed that Biggie Smalls has gotten the love that it's been getting over the course since I dropped it in April. You know, a lot of people like the song, and it's kind of become my signature song.
Okay.
So I think a remix for it would be a good look.
Now, do you have any ideas so far as collaborations go? I know that you are connected with a lot of artists out here in Baton Rouge and have done networking beyond that point. Do you kind of have features in mind already, or is that something that you guys are still trying to figure out?
Yeah, it's a couple of people that I got in mind that I kind of talked to about it already. I know I got a confirmation from one artist, my big brother out in New Orleans, Bruce Dillon. You know, he the only rapper that's signed to Truck Fit, like that's sponsored by Truck Fit. And he been doing a lot with Good Money Global. Shout out to Fee and them out there. I know he gonna be one of my features on it.
Okay.
And it's somebody else out here in Baton Rouge. I've been talking to his manager a lot about it. I don't want to just go ahead on and put it out there just yet, because it hasn't been confirmed yet, but the way that it's looking, that's gonna be a go-to. So
pretty hot. So we're looking for a very, very hot remix to Biggie Smalls. We can anticipate that much. We can anticipate the new video that was shot by Player Pizzle that'll be coming out soon. Now, are there any other songs that you're gonna start pushing primarily from that track this coming fall?
Stone Cold Steve Austin, most like is a must.
Yeah. I personally love the track. Grew up, you know, watching wrestling like most of the people in our generation did. I think it's cool that you drop as many retired wrestlers' names as you did, because a lot of these kids that are into the wrestling aspects have no idea
they don't know the legends.
Who the people are that kind of started the whole entourage of what wrestling is.
And that's what I need everybody to understand. You know, they legends. Every name that I drop on that song, they all legends. Like, these are the wrestlers that I grew up looking at.
Right.
So, you know, I feel like they pretty much made the culture of what wrestling is, like, to this day. Without them, it wouldn't be any wrestling going on right now. Like, people would have been called out that it's fake and left it alone. But I feel like they laid that good groundwork, so I came out, you know, dropping a song, kind of paying homage to them. But at the same time, I know there's a lot of people out there that love wrestling. Right. So I wanted to make a song for them, to where they could be like, man, this dude really made a song about a whole bunch of wrestlers. And it's really a hot song. Right. So, you know, that's another thing that I like to do too. I like to get into details in certain type of songs. Like, if I'm really, I guess I could say I feel like Heath Ledger when he was the Joker. When I make these songs, I really get into the role all the way.
Right.
Like, I don't half-step it, I submerge myself all the way into what it is that I'm doing. And I think that's why my songs come out the way that they do. So, you know, just a little tidbit there.
Okay. So are you gonna kind of follow the same platform with Stone Cold as you did with Biggie Smalls, or do you kind of have a different format for pushing that particular song?
I think I'm just gonna bust their head open with this little video that I edited. I edited a Stone Cold Steve Austin compilation where the song playing in the background. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead on and bust y'all head over with that real song.
Nice, nice, nice. So knowing that you have the bando coming up, knowing that you have the concert out in Fairy Day coming up.
Oh yeah, in the next month at the parlor, shout out to the Antidote. The date not confirmed yet, but shout out to the Antidote. A big shout out to them, like I got to. You know, without them, I don't think that I'd be doing what I'm doing right now. You know, they've helped me out a lot in this little course of these past 5 or 6 months that got me from being pretty much a nobody with music all over the internet to where people actually recognize me when I go places now. So
nice.
Major shout out to them.
Nice, nice, nice. So again, we're locking in. You have the bando coming up. You have the concert in Fairy Day. We are locking in on the event next month with the Antidote.com here at the parlor. So they'll be able to stay updated and get more of that information from your social media, I'm sure. Now, a little birdie did tell me that you have an exclusive project that you're working on right now. And I'm not gonna go too far into letting you know how I know, but is there any information you want to relay on in regards to it? See, this is how you know it's exclusive information. He's not even ready.
I mean, just know if you felt like this project was lacking anything, whatever you felt like this was lacking, you're gonna get in the next one.
Nice.
So I mean, I just say it like that. I don't necessarily want to put too much out about it yet, because I'ma ruin a surprise.
Right.
So I'm just gonna let this one stay a mystery for y'all.
Nice.
And y'all just gonna have to pay attention and watch the little hints that I'm dropping.
Nice. Now, in regards to Trap Legend, again, we know that this is feel-good music. You know, the intention for this particular project is to get people moving, to get people to relate to certain singles, you know, to just overall vibe with you as an artist. You said that you're having a lot of fun creating the things that you've been creating. Do you feel like once you get into the storytelling aspect that the lack of fun will present itself, or is it just a different outlook altogether?
No, I don't think it'll be any less fun because I'm still giving out pretty much the way that I move. I'm based off my production.
Okay.
However mood the production put me in, that's the vibe that I'm gonna go with the song. So I won't say that it's any less fun if I get a song that give me that vibe where I need to talk about some real deal like issues that happened before. I don't think it'll be less fun. I'm still gonna enjoy it because I'm still getting my message across.
Nice.
For me, I pretty much base myself off production. I'm not somebody that's limited to just doing one style of music. I can do it all. I can rap on any kind of beat, and I pride myself in knowing and being able to do that, and being able to switch my flows and doing all the stuff that I could do. So I'm not afraid of attacking any style of rap.
Okay.
I could do it all. I could sit up here and write you an R&B track. To be honest with you, like I could do anything. Like I'm not limited or in a box when it comes to this music stuff.
Nice, nice. And a lot of artists don't actually have the opportunity or the confidence to be able to say that. So I think that's a wonderful thing in itself. Now, where your music is concerned, I know that we talk a lot about being able to touch different audiences because they can relate, but what are you looking to do so far as inspiration goes with your music? Why do you work so hard to create the music that you create?
It's all about legacy, leaving a legacy. And it's all about having something that your kids could look at and say, hey, my daddy accomplished this. Because at the end of the day, you know, we can all remember being kids and being and talking about certain things, and you know, everybody hated that kid that was always like, oh, my daddy did this, my daddy did that, my daddy did this. And you just looking at them like a lot of kids looking like, man, I don't even know who my daddy is.
Right.
So, you know, I definitely, for me, my dad was always there too. So for me, it's all about leaving something that's gonna be lasting for my children. Like, and leaving a legacy behind my name to where when people talk about legend in the future, like when I'm gone, I still want them to have something good to say about me, or to be able to find good quality music or whatever it be that I'm doing on me, for them to say, hey, he was positive and he did this and he did that.
Nice, nice, very good, very good. So I know recently, in addition to the new project dropping and a lot of promotion that you've been doing for that, I know that you recently had a deal to become one of the main faces for a clothing line out in Dallas. I know that I speak English, but could you go ahead on and tell everybody why it is that you speak English?
Well, English, that's the name of the clothing line. Shout out to Retro Rail and my man Pac-Man out there in Dallas right now. They've been holding it down pretty much for everybody. If you trying to get down with English, it's not hard, because you know pretty much everybody that I done ran to them, he done sent them all packages. You know, they very down to earth and humble people. You know, they just trying to work and build their brand to another level. But pretty much what English is your swag. It's what you wear, it's your clothes. When you get dressed and you go out and people see you, they see the English you speaking by seeing what you wearing. So I thought that was a dope concept and idea when they told me about it. And again, these some of my friends, I've been knowing them for over 10 years. So when he told me he was dropping it, the clothing line, I think he dropped it earlier this year. You know, I told him I thought it was a really good look. And in the course of about 4 or 5 months, I think he's in a couple of stores. He's networked with a lot of different artists recently, out here in Baton Rouge and stuff. And if I'm not mistaken, I think he told me his merchandise gonna be in the store in Atlanta and in Houston. And also, you know, I got his merchandise on my website too. So you know, if you're looking for that English, we can get it to you.
Right, so basically they can tune into Legend Made to be able to get some of the English apparel as well as going to check out English sportswear. And I think that's a very dope look as you as an artist being able to relay in different aspects of the culture of hip hop, and you know, fashion comes into that, so that's pretty cool. Now I know also you've been doing a lot of networking and collaboration with a lot of rising and established artists in different aspects of hip hop here at home and some outside. Is there any special shout outs or any recognition you like to give to anybody that you've recently worked with, or any of the events that you've actually had an opportunity to be a part of?
Well, first of all, major shout out to the Antidote and to the Nerdy Bird blog for covering everything that I've been doing lately. I also want to shout out a couple of DJs that I know been spinning my records. You know, major shout out to Go DJ Scrap, Go DJ Fruj, DJ New Orleans, Go DJ Black, you know, just to name a few. Shout out to GBA, my brothers, and shout out to Alvin Presley too. You know, he produced a couple of tracks on my project. You know, it's a couple of, you know, there's a few people out here that I really done made really nice relationships out here. So, you know. Alright, yeah, and also Marcel P. Black, you know, he gave me the go ahead to start off with the Fade the Flow. He also, you know, was very interested in getting my project too, you know, DJ Soul Lab.
Nice.
Uzumaki Fly, you know, he always there. He always down to rep what you got going on. And also his song Back Down, you know, if y'all ain't heard it, go peep that out. You know, pretty much I'm the type of person, if you show me love and you support me, I'ma turn around and support you. You know, Joe Scott showed me a love a few times. Adam Dollars, you know, I got the song with him on my project, you know. Mo Dub, couple, you know, I appreciate everybody. If you show me love, I'm gonna show you love. That's just the way that I'm built.
That's good networking. That's kind of what's supposed to happen. I think when you have that realistic perspective, that's when the ideals of success are expanded and we as a group are elevated in our craft. So I think that that's very dope that you do take the opportunity to give back to those that give to you. So is there anything that your fan base should be looking for outside of what to be expecting in 2018?
I think at some point next year too, I've been thinking about this. I'm gonna start putting together some showcase too.
Nice.
For a lot of artists, you know. From what I did for my listening party or my release party, you know, it kind of showed me that door kind of wide open, because I had a couple people coming up to me and asking me about if I was gonna do something like that again and that they wanted to be a part of it. So, you know, I've been thinking about it, but I think that's something that I'm gonna go ahead on and get into come around next year.
Nice, nice. Okay, well, so far as the Trap Legend Made brand, would you like to briefly touch on that? To tell everybody kind of what you're pushing for?
Success. You know, I just want to be successful, like that old Drake and 2 Chainz. I mean, not 2 Chainz, Trey Songz song. You know, I just want to be successful at what I'm doing. You know, I'm pretty much just somebody that you need to watch for. Just put it to you like that. You know, just keep an eye open for me, because I might not always be moving like in public, but I'm always moving. So you might not see nothing from me for a while, but then I'm gonna drop something big on you. You're gonna be like, oh snap. So that's what he's been doing the whole time. So just know I'm always working.
So everybody can stay updated with you on your social media. Would you like to go ahead and tell everybody where they can find you and where they can tune into your music?
All right, well, you can find me on all the social media sites except for Facebook, but Twitter, IG. I don't really even be on Snapchat, but you can find me on there too. All of it is real_Legend Made. You can be linked to my website from my iTunes. I mean, not from my iTunes, from my IG. And you can also catch any music that I've ever put out, like major projects, is all on any major social media sites that you would be looking on. So iTunes, Spotify, Tidal. On Spotify, I'm verified, you know. So if you wanted to follow my Spotify page, I greatly appreciate that too. But you can find my music anywhere from iTunes to Shazam. You know, it's there.
Nice. So you got it here first, guys. Legend Made is working on continuously pushing the new Trap Legend project. He's also getting ready for some exclusive drops here in 2017, working on a project and some new collaboration in 2018. He has a lot of stuff going on with the Antidote.com. He has reviews from events, projects, and hostings up on the Nerdy Bird site. You guys make sure you tune in.
Go see that.
Yes, stay updated. He's somebody to make sure you stay tuned and watch for. We're here to bring the real. Make sure you stay tuned next week for the episodes right here with the Antidote.com.
Yeah.